Hi y'all, this is Pam at Pink Dragonfly Wings, here with another episode of Wondrous Wednesday. Hope y'all are all having a wonderful Wednesday. And we are going to work on altering a composition book. We're going to take this little book like this, and we're going to turn it into a nice little pretty book like this. Now, this one I already made, and I'm pleased with it, and I think it looks pretty. But we're going to do something a little different. So I'm going to put this back over here for the moment, and I'm going to show you some papers that I have, and all of these, not these, but all of these printed papers came from Louisa Hansel. And you can check out her YouTube store or her YouTube channel and see her videos, and check out her Etsy channel at Louisa Hansel and find some beautiful papers. Now, this was a freebie paper that she gave us, and this was a paper that I bought. I bought this one, and I bought these, and I bought these, and I bought. So, but I found that when she had done this one, it was on top of this one. So, what I intend to do is put this one on the front of my journal here, and this one on the back of my journal here, so that it blends together. It looks like it's supposed to be together, but they're different. And we put all the pretty stuff on the front. Okay, so let's get started. Let's see where we go and how this works. All right, this is just a little composition book. I got it at Walmart for, I don't know, may have paid 89 cents for it, and it might be one of the ones I got at when they started school supplies and stuff. Excuse me. And I got them for $1. So, I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter. I buy them every time I see them. All right, so we're going to start, and we're going to put glue on the front of our book here, right up to this edge. Okay. So we're going to go right up to the edge, all the way around. In the center, make our X's and go our circles and go around the world and have fun. And there we go. I think that's plenty. Make sure our flowers are going up. And I'm going to turn this around just so I can see pretty much. I want the same amount at the top as at the bottom. So, I want to, and that's pretty even for me. Oh, in case I haven't told you, I found my little bone folder thingy, my bob. It's amazing what you find when you clean. And so we're going to put this on here, burnish it really good, especially in the middle and at the edges. I guess that means if it's at the middle and at the edges, that's pretty much everything in it. Okay, then we're going to open this up, fold this back just a little bit so that it kind of wants to stay. And then we're going to fold this paper down all the way, and this paper up all the way. There we go. Now we're going to get our scissors, and I'm going to kind of cut at an angle right here away from the corner here, because I'm going to fold that down. But I'm just going to eliminate some of the bulk here. Okay, and then we're going to very carefully, because this is rounded, we're going to fold this over and work our paper around this little corner here, if you can see what I mean. And then when we glue this down, this will all stay. Okay, so I have too many projects going on. So we're going to glue this one down, and right here at the corner we're going to glue it really good so that we catch those little nubbins. Do this one all the way down, right up against the edge so that it seals on the edge really good. Get our glue on here. And then we'll come back and do this side in just a second. Okay, we want to fold this down really good and tight. Inch, inch, inch into that corner right there. Just like that. Going to do the same on the other side. Fold it down and make it really, really good. And then we're going to inch, inch, glue this part down. And fold this over as tightly as we can. Okay. And there we have our front cover. Okay. Now we're going to cover the inside of this, so don't panic yet. Probably should have cut that just a little bit longer right there to cover, but I didn't. So turn it over on the back. Get our, what did I do with our other yellow piece? My grandson was here. He would say, "You ate it," because that's what I always ask him. I make sure that I have this going the right direction. So I want that to be up here. Now then I think it'll be upside down, but I think that will be fine. I think I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to fold that over there, go down by our seam, around the edges, make our X, go around the world, okay, and then half right in the center, pretty much even. Cover up all of that aqua. Pat it down really good. Burnish, burnish, burnish. This paper, now, excuse me, is a digital kit, and I printed it myself on my own printer, and I used 32-pound paper. Folks, I did not even know until just here a few weeks ago that there was such a thing as 32-pound paper. But I bought a package. Thought, okay, I want to see it, try it first, then I'll let you know. I'm going to cut this one out. Cut it almost too shallow. Cut this one. Anyway, so I bought this paper, and oh my goodness, it is unbelievably awesome. It's not as thick as cardstock, but it's heavier than regular printer paper, and it has the most awesome feel to it. It is so cool. Put some of this right down this. So if you can't, it's a little more expensive, I think. I don't know. I got it on Amazon. I don't remember now how much it was, but it's certainly more expensive than regular copy paper. But oh my gosh, it's so worth it when you're getting ready to print. The ink takes to the paper so beautifully. Okay, inch, 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 inch. And then we'll put our paper around here. Turn it up. Fold it down. Yeah. And that side's a little better than the other side was. I cut it just a little deeper so it made it just cover that much better, which is fine. So, all right, there we go. Now then, I have a dilemma because I want to cover this inside piece here because I don't want to open it up and see the multiplication tables on there. So, I want something that is going to make this look so wonderful. So what I've decided to do is to use, because of the dots and things that Louisa used on this paper, she also has this package called, I don't know. I don't remember now what the name of it is, but it's all black and white dots. And I'm going to use this on the inside. I have some other papers back here too. So let's see. I think goodness, maybe this one and this one, and put this on the inside here. Okay, so we're going to put it in here like this, right up to the edge. So let's measure this. This is 7.5 this way, and 9 3/4 this way. So 7.5. I'm going to write that down. 7 1/2 by 9 3/4. Did I say? 9 3/4. Okay, put that right there so I don't forget what I'm doing here. Get my little cutting thing here. And we are going to, I'm just going to cut one because the back might be just a little bit different. Let's see. Somewhere in all of this mess, I'm sure I have a pencil. All right, so we want this side to be 7.5, and we're going to cut it about about 1/4 of an inch smaller because I don't want it to go right up to the edge. So we're going to do 7 1/4. So 7 1/4 here. And let's make sure we're straight. And 7 1/4 here. And then 9 3/4, so we'll make it 9 1/2. So we'll do 9 1/2 here. And 9 1/2 there. And that will be for our front cover. So we'll cut this off. And then I cut off my other part. Of course I did, and this one's not going to fit on here. So we are going to wing it. And we're going to fold this down right here, even. And cut right along that edge. You know, we could tear it. Let's use our tearing ruler if I can find it. Instead of cutting it, and we'll just tear it. Right there. Okay. Now, let's move this over out of the way for just a minute. That's all going to come tumbling down on me in a minute. I just know it will. Let's make sure that it's going to fit. And it is going to fit perfectly. Could be a little bit longer, maybe, but I just don't know. I think that we will round the corners of this to match the outside edges here. Let's see if we've got the big one or the little one. No, we need this one. And then we'll use our black soot and ink around the edges. Just go right around the edges. Give it that little finishing frame look. There we go. Cover that up. And let's glue. Glue on here. Do our X. Do our round the world. Around and around and around. Now then, turn this over. And we want the outside edge to look the prettiest. So we're going to lay it down first. There we go. Perfect. Look at that. That is awesome. And then I'm going to use this paper or this paper. I'm not sure. Kind of like this because it's got the yellow and the orange colors in it. And to make think I'll do that. Make a little pocket. Find a place to put that. Make a little pocket to go right down here. Make sure that's going to close. And we'll skimp it in just ever so slightly. And, okay, so we're going to do this one. Let's scoot it up so I can see exactly where my edges are. Okay. And we're just going to cut this up. Okay, about like yay. Okay, let's move that over here because I'm going to tear this one also. Let's see about how big our little pocket. That's 2. Let's make it about 2.5 inches. Let's see if I go on up to that. That's 3 inches from there to there. And I think that would be a little bit better. So we're going to make it 3 inches. Do one there. We'll come over here and do one here. And then we'll tear it. Turn our paper upside down. And we'll do another one for the back. We'll go ahead, since we're already doing this. No sense in switching gears again, so let's just go ahead and do the second one. Put our ruler down. There we go. Then we have a little piece left over in case we need to do something else. Okay, so we'll cut this little piece off. Turn this one over and cut it off. Just in case they're not quite even, at least they'll be the same. All right, so there we go. Let's get our book, and let's go ahead and put our pocket. Oh, we need to do our little nubbin down here, our little corner, and let's ink. Now, let's see. That's going to look perfect right there. Now, how's that look? Okay? All right. So we're going to glue the edges of this down, just the edge, on 3 sides. The 2 sides and the bottom. We're going to leave the top open because that's where we can put our tags or whatever it is that we decide to put in here. Glue that down really nicely. I like this little 3 layered. We've got the yellow, the black and white, and then the paper from the front. Oops. Oh, okay. Now then we're going to do this one. And let's make sure that this one is the same. 7.5. that one's a little over 9 3/4, so that may be why it was a little short on the top. But for it to be even, and because I don't handle it very well when they're not even on both sides, even if they're wrong, I would rather. Well, okay, this will be my third pencil that I have had since I started this video. And this will be 3. So we're going to do 9 3/4. So we did 9 1/2 and 9 1/2. And we cut it off with this. Put this over here. And then we have 7 1/2. So we're going to do 7 1/4 and 7 1/4. And we're going to get our ruler. And tear this off. All right, now then, get our whole thing, our edger, and round off our edges. And let's go ahead and do this one on our pocket so that I can put this out of the way. All right, so we're going to do the edge. Go ahead and ink our pocket. All right, put that over at the side for now. Let's get our book back. What did I do with the book? Here it is. I tell ya, this is how it's going to lay in here, just like into that. And I didn't go right up to the edge of this, because as you write in it, if you add things to it, it's going to widen it, and I didn't want this paper to interfere with that spine. So I kept it plenty far enough away that it should not interfere. All right, so now we're going to glue around the edges. Down the corner. There we go. And we're going to put it right here on the edge. Even, Steven, and right down. Get our burnish it a little bit, just to spread that glue out and get it spread to the corners. Get our pocket. Okay. And then oops. Something went to the floor. There we go. And that finishes our book. Now then, we need to do some decorating here on the front. And I've been kind of toying with this all day, and I just don't know. We could put another little piece of this down here and, you know, layer that up a little bit, and that would be cute, kind of a collage-y looking thing. Yeah, we could cut that off about right there. And put another one in the center. We cut a little off of that because that's kind of wild. So, all right, let's give that a whirl. Yeah. Let's use our cutter thingy, just because cutting straight is not my forte. I don't do it very well. And then we can turn this one over, put it in here, and cut it off. And then let's take these two little pieces that we cut off, and let's cut, let's see, maybe about one. Okay. And since we tore that last time, let's cut off those edges. There we go. Okay. Ha-ha! That's going to be cute. Okay, let's round our edges. See, I put that little thing away way too early. Now I've got them all tied up together. Now they fell down. So we'll put this one here and here. We will not do the top because the top of our pocket is straight. And I guess we could make this a little pocket, couldn't we? And just have it right there. That would be kind of cute. So let's do that. Can never have too many pockets. Alrighty. Put this one right here. There we go. We have a little pocket right here. And a pocket right here. Then we'll get our little piece of yellow. Cut our little nubbins off of the bottom. And I don't know what happened there, but it has sticking out a little bit. Let's trim that a little bit. And we won't make a little pocket out of this one. I guess we could. We'll have a little pocket, little pocket, little pocket. There we go. So now we have a pocket, and a little pocket. Okay, let's turn it over and do the same thing on the back. And we've already cut this, I do believe. Cut the bottom with our little corner chomper thingy. Cut this. Go ahead and get that done. Okay. And so this last week I was gone. I had to do my videos ahead of time, but I went on my first long trip since I was diagnosed with breast cancer and went through surgery and reconstruction and all of that mess. And my band director friends, my husband was the band director, but they loved me too. And everyone was so nice and so comforting while I was going through everything. And I've stayed in touch Facebook and by email and stuff like that, but this was the first time I got to actually touch and hug those people who had supported me for the whole year. And it was awesome. I was exhausted when I got home. Took a couple of days to rest, but I would not have traded it for the world. It was so awesome. If you've ever had any kind of trauma like that and you have that group that just sticks with you, it was awesome. So, got to go and do that, and we've put our things on here. Wipe my eyes a little bit. Now then, the book is actually finished, but we need to do something. It's kind of plain. Now, I have some little doilies I was thinking about using. Now, this one is a corner, but I was going to put it on down here since we didn't cover up this little corner right here. These are what I call little baby doilies. And see if we have a little doily here, but it would stick out a little bit, which wouldn't bother me, but that's kind of cute to have that stick out right there on the edge. I think that would be kind of cute to have that. So let's go ahead and let's use our Fabri-Tac. And like I said, this is the first time I've used my stuff in over a week. We were gone for a week. And, we had to drive. We drove 10 hours to my mother's house and stayed with my mother and my brother. And drove 10 hours to get there. And then drove another, probably another 6 hours on to San Antonio, where the convention was held. So, spent 2 days in the car, one way, 2 days in the car coming back, and so we were pretty tired. Let's put one on the back just so they match. And it was cool. It was really cool to get to see everybody. We got to eat some great food, and our little town here has some places to eat, but not like San Antonio, Texas. And so there we go. Our little doily can hang over and look like our little book has feet. Now, isn't that cute? Now, what are we going to do with the rest of this? Okay, let's see here. Put that back on. Figure out what did I do with this. Let's go around this a little bit, just to kind of grungy this up. Probably should have done that before I put everything on it, but I didn't. And this just kind of grungies it up a little bit, makes it look not so sparkling. There we go. A little on the back, because we're not going to put anything on the back just because it'll come off. So, okay, now then, what are we going to do? I have some, oh, stuck myself with a pin. That kind of hurt. Thought I had some other over here. And we could put some lace down the edge of this to kind of finish it off a little bit. I kind of like that. I love lace, so you know me and lace. So let's get some Fabri-Tac, put a little bit of this on here, and it'll just provide a little more evenness for this section. Put it on with our Fabri-Tac glue. Try to stay away from that spine a little bit. We don't want to later interfere with that, so we're just going to put it right on top of the paper. And cut this off. Turn it over and do the same on the front. Okay. Alrighty. So, hope everybody had an awesome Valentine's Day. My husband and I didn't exchange Valentine's Day gifts. Our trip to San Antonio was our Valentine's Day gift to each other. And that was well worth that. So, there we go. Now, we've got to do something. And I don't know whether to, we've got some tags from some of Luisa's papers. Let's see what we have. Oh, those are cute. How about one of those in the front and in the back? Let's put one of those in there. Those are cute. Okay. Let me get my scissors. And let's probably would be better if I had some smaller scissors, but not sure what happened to them. And you don't want to sit and watch me cut these out. So let me get them cut out. I'll be right back. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. I have all of my little mason jars cut out. I'm not sure how I'm going to use these. I have an idea, but these two I cut out, and then I had some dragonfly paper. And of course, you know, dragonfly paper. And I had two little tags. The tags are not the same, but they are from the same collection. So I think they'll be okay together. So I have those. And I went ahead and inked around. What I did was cut out the little mason jars. And I got my paper, my dragonfly paper, glued it down, and then just cut around. And then I inked it, and I have those ready to be tags. But we have 3 pockets, so I found 2 other little pockets here, and I have some yellow. Y'all know I use this well, shoot, this frayed cotton quite often. And so I'm going to use that today to put on my little tag, if I can find my little stapler that fell a while ago. And I don't know where it went. Surely it didn't go down in the trash. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to use this. And we're going to cover up this little hole here. So, we're going to take this little, I found my scissors, cut us off a little piece here, and do another one right here. Okay, put that inside. This kind of gets wadded up a little bit, so I'm going to kind of try to lay it down and flatten it out a little bit, and then I'm going to put a little staple on here, and of course now I'm out of staples. Good gravy, when everything can go wrong, it can go wrong, can't it? Alright, so I happen to have some handy dandy little replacements, so we'll get a little handy dandy staple thingy. Put it in our little stapler and be ready to go this time. Alright, let's try this again. We're going to put this little, I chose the yellow cotton because our color scheme seems to be primarily yellow. And I thought that would look really nice. So we're going to put this one on here. Staple it on the front. And then on the back, I'm going to glue it. One, because it stays. And two, to kind of cover up that staple so that it doesn't get caught or somebody hurt themselves on it. So I'm just going to put a little. Would have probably been nice if I'd have centered it a little better, but like I said, that isn't my forte. So let's do this one and put it on here. I've already inked these. I'm going to leave the back blank, and then that way whoever gets this journal can journal on the back of it the way they see fit. Okay, so we have that one. And then we have some little stamps here. And I say little, they're pretty big. These are also from Louisa. And I'm going to just go around the edges. I used my pinking shears to go around the edges so it kind of looked like a stamp. And I'm going to leave the back of this blank for writing purposes. We'll do that one, and we'll do this one. Go around the edges. Alrighty. Probably should have just gone ahead and inked all of this stuff. It would have been a whole lot faster, I think. Let's get some more ink. That might make it help a little go a little faster. One more here. go. Okay, so we have all those done. Now let's get our little book down here. Put all of these things where they need to go. And we're going to put one of these in here. Kind of put her over here. Put one of these in our second pocket. And we'll put one set of our little stamps down in our little pocket right here. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing back here. We have one for this pocket, a little one for this one, and our two stamps can go in our little bitty pocket. Okay, now then, I cut a couple of really big tags. And I got another sheet of paper. This is like the paper we put on the back. And I am going to put this on here so that this will blend and match. Let's do it at the edges so we have a little less cutting to have to do. And glue this together. All the way around the edges. I used cardstock to make this little tag, and I just cut it 4 inches wide, and I cut it the height of the cardstock, so it's 8.5, regular 8.5 by 11. Let's do this one. Put this one on. Put it right up next to the edge, so we only have to cut one edge on the top. Kind of save a little bit on our cutting. And let's okay. Now we're just trim around the edge here. Cut out our little tag. There we go. Cut out this side. It's a little bit long at the top, so I'm going to cut off the top ever so slightly. We'll cut out this one. Cut this side. Save our little paper that can go in our nubbin pile. And cut off the very top of this just so that it's even with the paper. We don't need a little white spot there. Alrighty, and then we've got a couple of little tags here. Now then, we have some little writing paper here. We could put this on the back, cover it. We could cover it with that yellow, the solid yellow that we decided not to use before, and not have a white back. I think that would be nice. So let's do that. And we'll just glue this little puppy up. And put it on this side. good. We'll do the same to this one. Now we could collage this and do a little extra stuff on it, but we don't want our book to get too terribly thick. Besides, the paper that we are using is already kind of collaged, so I think that it will be fine to leave it like this. Just because we don't want it to just get so thick that the little book won't close before we ever even get to start writing in it. Alright, so we can get this one cut, and I cut right up to the edge of it. No problem. Cut off our little corners. And our little corners. Now we have another little, doesn't seem to, no matter which way I go, do I get it straight. So, okay, we'll cut off this little corner and this little corner. And wrap down the edge. Save our paper. Put our little nubbins in the trash. Cut off this little top. And then let's ink around the edges of this. And these were just some little cards that I found in my stash. And so I tore the edges. Of course, I tore the edges when I cut them out. So get my little, okay. Let's see. That's not really going to quite fit that way. So we're going to kind of not be even and put it at an angle. Then that way, if it's not exactly straight, we won't have to worry about it. Okay, so we'll put it like into that. There we go. And then we'll ink the edges and finish it off. Now this is a pretty big tag, and there's plenty of room on here to write. You can write on here, and you can also write around in the blank area spaces too. And then you turn it over on the front, and it matches our book. Alrighty, we get that one done. And then we'll do this one. We'll turn, let's see, we had that one like that, so let's do this one like this, say, this way. And ink the edges. goodness. Okay. We're still having snow where we are. I hope y'all are beginning to see some signs of spring. Got a little extra right down here that needs to be trimmed off, so let's just trim that off. Okay. And then let's see. Put our little book right here. We're going to put this tag right over here on this side. This one towards the inside. And then I found some little dragonfly things. Well, if I can find them. Here, and I think I want to use these little ones right here. Put those over there. And just kind of eyeball this a little bit to even. I only need 2 of them. I'll ink the edges of these. Okay. Alrighty, and let's see, we could have a little piece of paper here. I think I'll do it this way because I have another plan for that. So, I didn't eyeball that very good. Told y'all measuring is not really my thing here. So, that's a little better. Let's go ahead and cut this one off a little bit too. I'm sure it's in the same boat. And put that down there. Glue, glue, glue. That one right there. Let's try to make it straight. It has a mind of its own, I think. Wants to go that way. Okay, there we go. And then we'll get this one. Put it over here. Since one of these edges was already a raw edge, I think that we'll tear this. And make those those edges just a little bit. Let's see, I don't know if I'm going to be able to tear that off or not. Fine. This little ruler and I have our good days and we have our bad days. We kind of have a love-hate relationship. Some days it works and some days it doesn't. And that one's all cattywampus, but that's okay. Let's see. Now somewhere I have these little scissors that I use sometimes when things don't tear for me very well. So we'll just use that. Go around the edge. I do think we'll even it up a little bit. So it doesn't look so cattywampus. We'll do this one. Okay. Put some glue on the back of this one. And we're going to put it right here in this corner, just to kind of give a little color to that corner. We don't want a naked corner. We can't have a naked corner. That just would not work. Okay. Put this one right here in this corner. And we have some words here. Tear this off. This says, happiness is flying with your own wings. And I think that will work perfect right there. So we'll put a little ink around the edge of this. Kind of. Okay. Right here on the front of our little pocket. Perfect. Okay. And then back here, instead of putting some words there, I think we'll put one of these cute little dragonfly things that's on this page. It's got some little dots. And really cute. And dragonflies are my thing. So, put that right there. See if we can get this little edge torn off. Get a little ink around the edge of this. And put this right down here. Go. All right, so there's the back cover of our book and the front inside cover of our book, all of our things. All we like is the outside cover. And I think here a while back, I made some little snippets and I thought that maybe we could make a little snippet for up in here using all of the papers that we used in our book. Okay. So we have this little snippet right here. Let's put, we don't want pink. Let's put, well, what about a piece of lace? Yeah, we could do that. A little piece of lace. Let's, I was going to ink the edges of this first. Now then, while I'm inking this up and making this little snippet cluster, I want to remind all of you about our drawing that we're having, and I think I'll put that whole piece on there. That looks cool. I like that. Save that little piece. We can use a piece of our dragonfly paper. At least this one I'm not having to do black folded. I did a challenge here a while back. You can go back and watch the video on it where we made 5 snippets with being blindfolded. It's much easier to do when you can see. So, let's make this a little smaller here. And then we'll have that. And maybe a little dolly there. We need to put some ink around this one. We need some of this paper. What did I do with the stuff I cut off in the very, very beginning? I just don't know. Oh, there's some of our dot paper. We can use a little piece of that. There we go. We'll just make him a long skinny piece. And put a little ink on him. Okay. I have to have a whole lot. We'll put him on the bottom. And then the dragonfly. Let's see. Let's put him more up here to the top. Like that. And then down here. And then we need a little piece of this. We can put this over here. Put a little ink around the edges of this one. That's kind of a straight edge. We don't want a straight edge. Let's tear that off a little bit. Put a little ink on it. Let's put this one across this way. And this one up. And then this one. With this down here at the bottom. What you think? I like it. I like it. All right, so we're going to I'm going to glue everything together. And wait for our glue to get down to the bottom of the bottle. Okay, so I'll put this down here. Then we're using a Fabri-Tac because we're using fabric. Put this one in over this way. Put our little dragonfly. We'll put this right there. I don't know. Let's see. I like these little spider webby looking ones. Well, that one has his little spider webs. I like that one better, I think. Put that down here. Let's see. We have some little pearls here. Thank you, Pam. Just dropped them down in the floor. So we'll get another one. I'll put one right in the center of this. Right there. I got sidetracked when I was telling you. When I was talking a while ago, I just don't do very well talking and doing something at the same time. I can do one or the other. Put our little pearl in there so it doesn't look quite so naked. That up there. Now then, I'm going to use this little jar simply because I think that lady looks like me. So, I'm going to ink this up a little bit. I'm not going to put a backing on it because I'm going to glue it straight down to the book. I don't want to cover up all my pretty flowers. I want this right up here at the top. How would it be if, let me see, everything's going to fall on that. How would this be if we put a piece of, I like that idea. So we're going to ravel this stuff. This is gauze, not gauze. I always call it gauze. It is cheesecloth, and it has been exposed to coffee. I wouldn't quite say that I coffee dyed it. It was more like the coffee in my cup just kind of jumped out and landed on it. And so it wasn't really a dye job. It was an accident. Okay, let's put all those little strings right there. Actually, we can put them in our nubbin bucket. And then if we fold this up ever so slightly, I like that much better. Much, much, much better. All right, let's put some glue on the back of this to hold our cheesecloth down. And then we'll put some on the back of the cheesecloth and put it down over here. I so much better. Yeah, I like that so much better. And then we'll put our little jar right here. Cool. Okay. Okay, when I get through doing this, I will explain to you again. Because I can't do it while can't talk while I'm doing something. I don't know. It's just crazy. Let's see what else we have here. We're going to use this one here. Okay, I'm going to try it again. Just like that. I like it. I am doing 2 giveaways in each month, or we'll see. I haven't had many takers so far, so I may be trying it 1 month and then we'll ditch the idea. But I do videos on Monday, and I call them Magic Monday videos. And what we do with those videos, is that we make some type of ephemera or pockets or something for our 2022 journal. And when I do those, I usually have a prototype that I bring to the table so you can see from the very beginning what we're going to make that day. And we make one, and then the one that we make, we put in our journal. So that leaves me with one left over. And I have so many pieces and ephemera and things that I've made. And the first month I decided to put them in my store, but I didn't really want to do that. So I decided that we would have a giveaway. So every Monday we do a video, and we do a piece of ephemera of some kind. And we put the one we make that day in our journal. The prototype that I have, I'm going to put all of those projects, all 4 of them. If we continue it, some months there may be 5. It depends on how many Mondays are in the month and all that. But it will be at least 4, maybe 5. And you will get those projects if you like one of my videos. There's 4 to 5 of them. You only have to like one of them, or you only have to comment on one of them. And comment. I don't care if you want to say, oh, that was awesome. If you want to comment and say, well, you know, that was really kind of a silly idea. Wish we'd have done something different. If you want to just say, hey, Pam, how are you? We're having coffee, and let it go that way. I just want some communication going. So you have to like one of my videos. You have to comment on at least one of my videos. If you comment on more than one, let's say you come in and you like all 4 of them, and you make a comment on all 4 of them, then your name goes into my drawing 4 times. But you also have to subscribe to my channel. You have to be a subscriber. And then the first Tuesday after the last Monday of the month, this particular month, our drawing will be on March the 1st, because our last Monday is on February the 28th. and then we'll do the drawing on Tuesday, and I'll do just a little short video. I'll show you the pieces that you're going to get. Again, I'll draw a name, and then I will send an email to get mailing information and all that kind of stuff. Then on Wednesdays, I do Wondrous Wednesdays, which is what we're doing here today. And whatever we make in that video, which will include this cute little book, and we're finished with it. I'm going to tear this first page and last page out because I kind of got ink and glue on it, but that'll be cool. And this will be one of the items in the drawing this month. Just to keep postage down, I'll try to make just one large project each month because of weight and mailing it. But one person in each of the two drawings, the Monday drawing and the Wednesday drawing, is going to win that month's projects. Same rules. You have to like, you have to comment, and you have to subscribe. And you may be the proud owner of all of these little things that we make here together. So keep that in mind. Please go and like. You can go back and like the ones before. I will not do the drawing. I will probably do the drawing on Monday night so that I can get the video done and get it up for it to come out at 10 o'clock on Tuesday. So hopefully that'll work out. And if you have any comments or any suggestions, any kind of thing to help point me in the right direction, please let me know. This will be one of your wonderful gifts. And so yeah, so let's see how this works. Here's our book. We have our snippet on here with our little dragonfly, me in the jar, and then we have these, and I'll save her. And I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll clip her to a page in here because we can't leave her out. So I'll find a place for her to go in here as well. So thank you for joining me. I hope you've had fun. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Okay, I'm back. One more thing. I decided that I would just use a big paper clip and clip this beautiful little lady right here on the front page. Then that way she's not permanent and the person can move her around or use her on something else. And then I found this beautiful piece of braided, ribbony, pretty, gorgeous stuff. And I decided to put it on this little spine for this book. And I want y'all to look at it and see what you think. So I'm going to put it on here. It doesn't quite meet, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to put it on here. I'm going to glue it really, 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 really good. Okay. And we're going to fold this over and tack it down really good on this. And it's beautiful. Has a beautiful, it's black ribbon with a beautiful, beautiful gold peacock and leaves and flowers down the side. Isn't it beautiful? So that's our final touches on our little book. Put a little more glue on this side. It kind of, I didn't glue quite up to the edge. I wasn't real sure if it would meet and be okay, but it does. It does. And because this is right here, you know what? I have too much stuff for one thing, but I think I have some double of this. a single two. That one's a little different, but I don't know that I like that. I don't think that fits our purpose. It doesn't look as nice. I do have some black here, and we could just put a piece of this around there, but I don't know about that. I just don't know. That would work. That would work. All right, so let's get us a little piece here. Put it right here on the top of this. Let's see. Let's measure it out just a little bit. And we'll cut it right there. And we'll cut two off. And we'll cut two off of the other side. And we're going to glue this on the top of this so that it doesn't show. Okay. So we'll put this one right here. Turn it around. Let's cut that little piece of thread off. And stick that right there. Perfect. Just perfect. Okay, then we'll do the bottom one. And put it on here. And glue that down perfectly. There we go. Let's make it straight if we can do that. Come on, baby. The glue kind of pokes through this netting a little bit, and then you get your fingers all gluey, and then they want to stick to your fingers. And there we go. And then we could even take this little piece and put it right down here. Think that's too much? How about right there? Now, how about we just stick it on there? That would work. Put it on our little thingy-ma-bobby. Alrighty. We'll put that right there like that. And there's our book. What do you think? We did a good job, didn't we? All right. This time, really bye. See you next time.